Hi everyone, welcome back to our series on how to use Microsoft Office. Today we're looking at Teams and the important points in Teams. So we're going to look at posts, files, and then assignments today. So in the posts, you'll see that there are a bunch of posts here. They identify anytime your teachers have given you some instructions or they've talked about assignments. So you'll see the post here each day when you're at home. Your teachers are going to put a post that you should react to show us that you're working from home. So you can give a thumbs up, or maybe it was a sad day or a confusing day, so you used a different icon or reaction so they know that how your day went. Little note, anything that is replied to always goes to the bottom of your list. So each day when you check in, make sure that you check along and see if there's any new information that has come out from your teachers for that day. And you scroll up and down, everything will be there. The next thing we'll look at is files. So your teachers are going to probably put their notes in the course materials. I put some outside and some inside. Your course materials are ones that you can't modify. So your teachers will put stuff in there like course notes, any project information, whatever kind of information they want to put in there so that you have the information and you can save it. So if you click on the three dots, you'll see you have choices there so you can open it. So I'm going to open this up. And then it downloads. So there's your instructions. So if you don't have great internet at home, maybe what you would want to do when you're at school before you leave is download this. So I'm on an iPad right now, and I want to go and copy it to my OneDrive. So you haven't set up your OneDrive yet. We'll talk about that in another video. The OneDrive is kind of crucial actually to your whole system this year. So put it on the OneDrive, and then you can download it when you're at home. It's actually now saved on your device, and you can look at it whenever you need. So I'm going to get back out of here. I'm going to back up. The next thing we need to look at is we're going to talk. So remember, we got posts, files. On your computer along the top, you can see posts, files, class notebook, and then you can also see the assignments and the class notebook. So we're not going to talk about class notebook and notes because not all your teachers are going to use that. But if they do, they're probably going to explain it in more detail. We're going to look at assignments today. So while the assignment loads, you'll see that there is assignment 3, and then there's another one called Check Your Learning. So I loaded these up. You could also see the ones that you've already completed. So I've already submitted 2 assignments. I'm going to show you those in a minute. But if I click on the first one, Check Your Learning, what it is actually, we'll give it a second to load here. It's actually a survey, or a quiz in this case. So I can click on the quiz, and it's actually going to take me to a quiz that's a multiple choice quiz, and then I can answer it as I go. So you'll see I have a choice, so I read the questions, and I can click which answer I think is correct. Notice that one says there's 2 points, so there's 2 answers. Scroll down through, and when you get down to the bottom, click submit, and that'll submit it to your teacher. And your teacher will have a record of that, and then it'll automatically mark. You might not get an automatic feedback depending on how your teachers have set it up. Now if I go back, I'm going to look on assignment number 3. You can see assignment number 3 has instructions there. It says A7 Frogger. You'll notice the date at the top says the date is due and when it closes. That closing date means that you can't submit it after that date. That's not that you can't submit it. That means your teachers have put a due date and a closing date so that if you haven't submitted something, they can have a discussion with you as to why you haven't submitted your work on time. It doesn't mean you can't submit it. It means you have to have a conversation. So we're going to look at the instructions. So just like in files where you download it, you can also download your instructions here. So up in the corner, click on that download button. Download it to the OneDrive. Again, you should set up the OneDrive. When you have the OneDrive app on your phone or your device, then everything will be saved there, but it'll also be synchronized to the cloud space. I've clicked through here. If I click on the rubric gives me an outline of what I need to do to get full value on my questions. So your teachers have spent time, they've created a rubric, so it's an outline of what they expect for each part of the question. If I want to now submit this, I've clicked on the button to attach work. So it says the OneDrive. So if you set your OneDrive up, you can see your items there. So I'm going to add the red panda PowerPoint. And while that loads, I'm going to also load a photo. Now my photos aren't in my OneDrive right now. So I'm going to go to my photo library. And I'm going to find a photo I like. So I've already set it up. I know where my photo is. I click the last one I took so that I have it set up for this actual assignment. It'll load, of course. And if you have slow internet, have everything set up so when you get to school, you can upload it when you get to school. So I've added my work. I'm going to go up in the top right hand corner. It says turn in. And I'm going to click the turn in button. And the turn in button will now submit it. and your teachers now have a record of that. So it'll stay turned in on their screen. They can click on it and see the work that you've actually submitted. If I go back now, just give me a second. Make sure you can also unturn it in if you've forgotten something, and then you turn it back in. I'm going to look at the completed work now. So these are the things you've already submitted. So these ones that are showing now, you'll see 1, 2, and 3 are all submitted. So if I click on assignment number 2, you'll see that assignment number 2 is loading, and then there's any feedback over there, so you can see the mark you got on it. And if I click on the rubric, so I'm going to go up here and click on the rubric, and the rubric will open. And then when you see the rubric, it now highlights what your teacher gave you for each question. So you can go through there, and if you agree with it, good. And if you don't, you can actually have a discussion. You have it on your device, so you can have a discussion with your teacher on your report. So some of your teachers will use the rubric once they get going. They may really like it. Some of them, if it's something simple, they won't. That is up to them. But that's how you should always check your work for feedback. So remember, posts, check them daily. At school days and home days. Check your files if you need anything in files. Your teachers will probably tell you they've uploaded something, but you should check them, see if there's anything new. And then remember, there's assignments. So you need to go through your assignments. You can turn them in, you can unturn them in. Make sure you read through your feedback. If you have any questions about how to do any of this, make sure you talk to your teacher or come see me, Mr. Gauntz. And hopefully all this made sense and it's informative. And if you have any questions, again, like I said, talk to your teachers or come see me. Hope that helps. Thanks very much.